Ivan, what are you doing with tape in your hands?
I want to show people a simple, safe, and effective way of cleaning leather. We all know that shiny leather is dirty leather. This seed is nice and shiny. So, let's do a proper 50-50.
Okay, Ivan, talk to me.
We have our wool pad. We have a short stroke DA. Any DA will do the job for this. It doesn't need to be a 25 millimeter, but you can do it with our 25 millimeter. I have interior clean and protect. I'm gonna put 3 or 4 sprays on my pad, work it in, and then polish the leather. I don't need to do multiple passes. One pass is all you need. Dry towel. Let that dry for a second. While it's drying, pull up the tape. Now we have a matte black seat the way it should be versus a shiny seat the way it shouldn't be.
Shiny leather is not clean leather.
No, shiny leather is dirty leather. And with the same couple sprays that I had on my pad, let me finish the seat here.
Ivan, why use this over a towel or a brush?
It's less invasive, it's less abrasive. A microfiber towel is actually quite abrasive. And if we're going over this surface multiple times with a brush or a towel and exerting pressure, we're potentially damaging the leather. This is super safe because you saw how quickly I'm going over it, and it's the agitation of the dual action machine combined with the wool pad that gets you the cleaning.
I imagine that even into those seams, it knocks out a lot of loose debris with the agitation on those edges, so that kind of knocks it. You're not damaging the leather here?
Not at all. And speaking of damaging leather, this is something that a lot of people are guilty of. That is cleaning the steering wheel with aggressive products. Never, please, never use an APC on a steering wheel. It's never that dirty. Even if you think it's super dirty, because you can see a crust on it, just a bit of interior clean and protect on a microfiber towel. And watch this. See how shiny this is? It's disgusting. All I'm doing is going around the steering wheel, making sure to get all sides. Look at what we took off the steering wheel. Wow. And when we dry it, we have nice matte leather the way it should be, not shiny leather the way you don't want it to be.
Shiny
is
matte.
dirty. Yeah. Shiny leather is dirty leather, unless you've got like a 78 Corvette anniversary edition with the silver leather, then yeah, that one's supposed to be shiny. But most vehicles, shiny leather is dirty leather.
Wow. That was all on the steering wheel.
This is all from the steering wheel. Make sure to get the back of the steering wheel too. So interior clean and protect, the horn works. Interior clean and protect, a lot of people think it's a dressing. No, it's not a dressing. You notice it doesn't leave anything glossy because it's a UV protection and anti-static. That's its strong force. It is not a greasy dressing like people think. So that's what interior clean and protect can do. It can make your seats super clean, can make your steering wheel nice. And I actually missed a little line in the center. It looks like one of those racing steering wheels now with the red line. So let's take care of that little shiny area there. Wipe it dry. There we go. Interior Clean and Protect is designed to clean your interior. It adds protection, not in the guise of a greasy dressing, but in the guise of anti-static protection, and that's it. Now, this door panel, you can see where the owner rests his arm. It's nice and shiny there too. Again, we don't want shiny leather. Now, I could use the polisher in here, but if you want to pass me the Interior Clean and Protect there, Nick. Normally I would do this with the door open and not leaning in from the outside, but for the purpose of the camera. So not 20 passes, just going over it lightly. Flip the towel.
For the sake of this video, I'm actually using the camera to record just because we want to get tight shots, and normally I'd be on camera too, chatting with you. Interior Clean and Protect. It is one of these products that people just lean on the name and they're like, oh, it must be more of a protectant. It is a phenomenal cleaner.
Well, and it is a protectant, but not in the traditional sense in the automotive world where you say a protectant and they automatically think this greasy, sloppy mess. No, it's all about protecting against UV. It's protecting against static. The interior will stay cleaner longer. It makes it easier to clean in the future. That's what Interior Clean and Protect is all about.
As a fan of Instagram, Ivan, this is how I would usually clean. Oh, look at those beautiful sprays. Just douse the panel, grab the biggest brush you can, and go to town. This doesn't really not work, but it's not the most efficient tool, Ivan, is it?
No, and you use more sprays there than I did to do the whole seat and the door panel.
Really? So do I need to reactivate with more sprays on here?
No, you got way too much on the panel. Okay. Just wipe that off first, Nick, to see if you actually did anything.
Well, the wiping is going to be the cleaning now, and I'm going to go into the seams and all that. I think I did something. I mean, listen, you don't need a rocket science degree to figure out how to wipe down an interior, but that was a lot of work.
So as it dries, it's going matte the way it should be.
So Ivan gives me this tool, I want to use it. Is that too low speed?
You want a bit of vacuum plate rotation.
Okay. I'm gonna make sure I got a couple sprays. Is that too much?
You're gonna get overspray now.
So 2 is too much?
Yeah.
Can I do the tamp it around everywhere method?
You can.
I know you love that so much, Ivan. All right, let me try somewhere where I haven't. Okay, that feels nice to me. Find the speed that feels good to you. Ooh, I like this. And I'm gonna kind of pull this up, do a little edge work on the seats. Let the let the vibration work for me. I like that, Ivan.
Yeah, and we vacuumed these seats before, but vibration is actually a very good tool for interior cleaning.
And then the vibration is kind of knocking a lot of that dirt out. Cool, and then I can just quickly do one of these. You know Ivan has it all down. I'm a little bit longer, a little bit more steps. I'm getting zen with the seat, Ivan. And then I could just quickly mop up into my edges. I never used the dual action with wool or microfiber. Could I use microfiber, wool? Like, what do I need to know about this method?
Wool is the preferred, microfiber works.
That worked great.
Now do the back.
So finish off the rest of the seat. Where would you add another spray?
Probably not.
Okay, and then where would you start on the seat?
Start on the bolster and work your way to the center.
This is the bolster.
Yeah.
All right. Any tips or strategy? What am I doing right? What am I doing wrong?
Once you've gone over a section once, you're done.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, but you'd miss the cracks.
Like into here?
Yeah, so use the edge of the pad. And the one in the center of the seat, this here.
Okay. So I'm not messing anything up by this going into those cracks?
No, you want to maneuver it around to get into those cracks.
And then from this point on, you just do a wipe and you're done.
You're done.
You ran profitable detailing shops. Yes. I never was like that. I was like, let me spend 45 minutes on a seat and get it all perfect. And like, no customer ever was expecting that. I'm probably damaging it with way too much over cleaning. Like, this is all you need. The customer, I watch these customers come in when we deliver vehicles to them, Ivan, using your efficiency hacks. And they always smile and they're always stoked. And there's never a return where they complain and say, oh, you missed a spot.
No, and over cleaning is never a good thing on an interior. You don't want to over clean because you're actually damaging the surfaces.
There it is.
Get that shiny door panel behind you.
With the polisher or with the towel?
Give it a try.
Okay. When in doubt, more product. That's my mantra. Would you get the whole panel of the door or just here?
You can do the whole panel.
What am I doing, Ivan? I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
I am not systematic. How do you do a door panel with a polisher?
Start on one edge and work your way. Don't go all over the place.
I'm on camera. I've never done this before.
Learn to be methodical.
I feel like I'm running out of product. Maybe give one more squirt. What techniques do you have for me, Ivan? I'm not gonna get this plastic, right?
You can.
All right, I'm gonna go at my lowest speed just to be common sense always. Well, maybe a little. It's kind of nice. And then you can just mop up with this towel, get into areas. I'm just a little cautious with the polish. It polished it up nice, Ivan.
Yeah.
It's just plastic, right? Not chrome?
Right.
Look, there's ways to do this, right? People at home can figure it out. But any tips for me? Because again, I was just a little bit skittish. I was a little skeptical. I didn't want to get this all willy-nilly, knock it into any plastics or metal.
Yeah, be methodical. Now on the door panel, the polisher might have been a little bit of overkill.
Yeah, it's a little bit overkill. There's a little spot here, a little streak that.
So use a low nap towel.
Oh, I already messed that one up. Okay, low nap towel.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna spot clean. Just a little greasy area here. That could be permanent damage in there. And I'm just gonna go all up into there.
That's a very good point, Nick. As detailers, we're there to clean. We can't restore damage.
We get so in our heads when we can't turn back time and make everything perfect. And that's something that you really teach people is like, it's not your fault that whatever happened, happened.
Right.
We're cleaners, we're not restoration specialists. And
right.
We could become that.
And from an elbow rubbing up against that, it actually wore the vinyl. That's why we're cleaning it. It's clean, but the texture on the vinyl may be worn down. And that's why we're getting that glossy look.
And now it's time to flip it back to LaCroix. From here, boy, does that door look really good though, Ivan. We have a really easy glass cleaning method. Use Nick's favorite glass towel, couple sprays of crystal clear glass cleaner. You go ahead and get your edges. In a lot of cases, we would call this boxing the windows, but there's no frame here. Make sure you just knock off all that gunk in your first pass, and then just the second pass, again, just hitting those edges, one back around for a streak-free shine.
Slight variation on what Nick did. I don't know if you can actually see the dirt in the window here. It's not looking too good.
Oh, we can see it.
Okay. Never spray on the glass, spray on the towel. Unlike Nick, one spray is all you need.
I like 2 or 3.
I know. And then apply the glass cleaner to the window. You'll notice I'm not looking at the window. There's a reason for that. I can feel more with my hands than I can see. And oh, there's no frame to box in. So I'll have to, there we go. So I've got my edge and I'm gonna let it evaporate a little bit. I'm gonna let it dry.
I'm getting nervous. Why not wipe now?
Because you're just pushing liquid around. I don't want to be pushing liquid around. Then I'll use the other side of the towel, make sure that it's dry. Again, I'm not looking at the window because if there is a spot on it, I'll feel it. Now on the inside of the window, I like to finish going, again, no frame, makes it a little more difficult. I like to finish going up and down. The reason I'm going up and down on the inside is when I do the outside, I'll go left to right. That way, if I have a streak on one side or the other, I'll know which side it's on.
Now this window goes up and down because of the design.
Right. Well, most windows do go up and down, Nick.
Oh no, but we were taking the top off.
Yeah.
And does it go down on its own?
Yeah, every time you put the top down. So on the outside, I'm going left to right.
So I was focusing on the camera and I wasn't even thinking what I was saying. Yeah, you're right. They all do go up and down. So you're going left to right on the outside.
Because if I have a streak, I'll know where it is. And there we go. Streak-free glass. I didn't look at it. I didn't put excessive pressure. I didn't put 3 or 4 sprays. 1 spray is all you need.
I mean, we did a little guerrilla style where I was shooting and then you were shooting. It's nice to switch things up when we make these videos. It's variety is the spice of life.
Exactly. And cleaning the interior is something that gets easier the more often you do it. Don't wait till it gets shiny. Don't wait till your leather gets greasy. Clean them often and it'll make it a lot easier to do.
If you want the official top 10 ways to save time doing an interior. This was the appetizer, that's the main course.
Right.
That video is right here.